Hello everybody and welcome to my 500 plus subscribers special. Wow, more than 500 subscribers already. That is kind of wild to me. I really just been making these videos just for fun, just for whatever the heck. I mean, that's not going to change, but think that just me doing stuff that I find fun resonated with 500 people. Ooh, I want to say big welcome to everybody who's here, who's just joined the past month, or maybe who have been here for a while, keeping up with the channel. Appreciate every single one of you. But yeah, 500 plus subscribers. I think even as I'm recording this, we're close to 600. Pretty great. I made this channel specifically in 2019, and I didn't really upload regularly until 2022. And even then, I was just sort of not even really in the YouTube grind. Which I guess also hasn't really changed either. I just sort of made videos whenever I felt like it. It's also still true. So with this video, I would like to extend my thanks to all of you. But also with 500 subscribers, I have unlocked the opportunity to allow you all to become channel members. And I'd like to highlight that a little bit, sort of talk about what each membership entails in detail, and then yeah, leave it up to you to decide what to do with that information. Post-recording Rudy here. Really want to interject really quick to mention that I will be going over your comments on my videos at the end of this video. That's like the last section of it. Okay, so if you want to see possibly your comments in the video, stick around. And you'll get to see my honest opinions on what you all have to say. Okay, back to the rest of the video. Tier 1 Elite for $199. Pretty simple stuff. You get access to priority replies and shoutouts in videos. Pretty basic stuff you expect for $199. I do try to leave the perks to a point of like, what can I feasibly offer you for supporting me? And I think the least I could do for you is to like prioritize when you comment, if you're a member, to reply or interact with it in some way. You'll get priority over all the common folk. But also you'll get a shout out if you're a member, because you're helping the channel. It just goes to show that I appreciate the support. The next tier is Super Supporter. Now, Super Supporter gets early access to some videos. I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to do this because I really don't have a schedule at the moment. I just sort of upload the videos as soon as I'm ready. I have to have them up. Maybe in the future this become more important, but as of right now, I just upload them as I feel like it. There are some other things though when becoming a member that you should take note of, which is one, member only community posts, which is where I'll be interacting with my members a bit more personally. I'll be able to like post polls or just ask questions for you to all answer, and I'll really take your feedback into much more account if you're like really wanting to support the channel a bit further than subscription. So early access to new videos, exclusive members only videos, which I'm still trying to figure out what that would be. I would imagine that, yeah, like if we were having conversations and community posts on here that are members only, it might pertain to that. Like if we discussed in the members only chat of like, the members really want a tutorial on this, or me to play this game and do highlights of it, or to make a review of this album, whatever, that is where I would probably do the members only videos. Another thing really connected to that is the members only live streams. As of right now, I haven't really done a live stream announcement. Like I've done live streams on this YouTube channel in the past, but they've been really low key. I just sort of like decided to do a live stream out of nowhere, and nobody was really there to interact with me. It was kind of boring, to be honest, which is why I hardly do live streams. It's because it's like I don't like the idea of like playing and having to be entertaining by myself, but then also trying to be aware of interacting with people when they come in. And that sort of disrupts the flow of what I'm doing. Like if I'm doing a live stream, I'd rather there be people interacting with me from the beginning, so that way my concentration isn't as split, So members only live streams, there will probably be non-member only live streams in the future. If I get enough people on tier 2, I would definitely do a community post announcing when the members only live stream is. Heck, I might even just publicly announce it on the channel in case like that is an incentive, like, oh, I'm not gonna support this member tier unless I know for sure there will be a members only live stream. So I'll let you know. But then yeah, also there will be highlights of these member only live streams, which will probably be the members only videos. I'm still not too sure. I'll see how the members feel about that. Like, do they want them to just have the total exclusive access to the live streams, or are they okay with letting non-members see what we do there sometimes? Just a little bit of it, you know, not all of it, of course. And then the last tier is Ultra Supporter, which I couldn't really think of anything that I could feasibly provide to fans. Hell, one of the perks says discount on merch, which I don't even have merch yet. So really at this point, as I am in my YouTube career, really is just for extra support. If you really find it that like, yo, I really like what Rudy's doing, bam, there's 20 big ones. I didn't even say the price of the last one. It's $6.99, $6.99, and then it jumps to $19.99, which again, I would really only say the only incentive to support me at that tier is really just to support me. At this point, I can't really see myself being able to provide anything to members at that level, aside from a discount on merch, which I don't even have yet. So really only consider subscribing to that tier if you just really genuinely want to support me that much, and you will definitely get a special priority shout out in the member shout out section of my videos. So yeah, those are the tiers. Also, I have what's it called, thanks enabled, so like you could add tips to videos. There's like should be a little button somewhere on the screen of my videos where you can just add an extra tip to say thanks and kind of comment on the video, and I'll be able to see that you tipped me. And so yeah, that would make me a bit more incentive to interact with your comment and know that you're supporting me and appreciate you that much more. Which again, I really do appreciate the support wholeheartedly, in any degree. Like even if you're just a passerby who just likes the video or just leaves a comment, a good comment, I really appreciate it. If you subscribe, I really appreciate it. But like the members of the channel will definitely be a different tier of appreciation for sure. It's just what they deserve, you know? That being said, still want to emphasize, I am making these videos for mostly my enjoyment. I only make the videos if I think it would be fun to do, okay? So keep that in mind. You're not being forced to support me in any sort of way, so it's really just up to your own discretion. What are the ambitions for the channel? Well, I have quite a few ideas of what I want to do, and I really only think I could do that by growing the channel to raise its prestige, I guess, if that's a thing on the internet. You could have internet prestige or clout or whatever. But I definitely want to do an interview show where I have conversations with really interesting people play as Elaine. There are quite a few interesting people who play the game, and I want sort of the community to be known for being more than just really horny boos. Because there are people with substance to them that played the game. I would really like to dig deeper into their heads and what they do, what they like, and yeah. Think Guardian E, you know, he primarily does mobile game content, but I know he has substance to him, but just his channel content doesn't really call for that, you know, so he doesn't really get to show that. Himochi's very cool dude, very informative dude when it comes to the game. Like I describe it as like I teach the game at a kindergarten level, but like Himochi's is at like a college level, you know. So definitely want to talk to him. But then there are also cosplayers of the game who legit play the game. Like I don't know whether she prefers to go by Anna or Epic Internet GF. She has some fire as Elaine cosplays that she makes herself, which I think is really impressive. So she's somebody I want to interview. But yeah, this is a lot of people. I could go on listing them, but that's not exactly what this video is about. But anyways, the other thing I really want to do with the channel is to have charity streams, charity events for charities that provide resources to people struggling with various mental health issues. Mental health is something I feel needs a lot more attention. I know it's getting a good amount of attention these days, but it's something I really want to highlight and emphasize, and sort of have a discussion about like what are the ways we can help ourselves, we gotta support each other, what are appropriate things to say, and also kind of connected to the first thing I was mentioning. Eventually, when it comes to this interview show I want to do, I would also eventually like to extend that out to non-Azur creators or community members. So I would definitely like to have an interview show with just content creators on the internet, musicians, artists of all sorts of walks of life. I connected to this point, the charity support, because I think a lot about Healthy Gamer and the work that Dr. K has been doing, and I think he's been doing pretty great, substantial work. And somebody I would also really love to interview with, either me being on his show or him having a conversation on my show. So yeah, I would absolutely love that. And it's mostly just to have conversation about mental health that could hopefully help people, and then also charity streams to actual organizations that provide resources for those who may not have access to it otherwise. So yeah, something I feel very strongly about. And of course, with the channel, I would always just want to keep making content I care about. Yeah, if there are members who are supporting me financially that really want me to do something, I would probably be more inclined to consider that. But overall though, if I'm not interested in doing it, I'm not going to do it. So I just hope we have that clear. With that being said, I would like to take a moment to actually turn the conversation to you guys, to all the viewers out there. Yeah, y'all got some stuff to say. So I thought we sort of would take a look at it. Okay, so here we are on my comments page. Let's open this pit up. Okay, we're going all the way back. This is from 2 years ago, and this gal right here, Cassie Summer, is actually my sister. Okay, we're starting off wholesome family content here. And she was back when I had like no subscribers, it was really just my family and my friends. Mostly my sister would just comment, nobody else really would. But a video I did just for shits and giggles was this Azur tier list, which is one of my most highly viewed videos even to this day. One thing my sister says in the video, which is very true, was that she says, "I love that on the 20-minute mark, you can hear the regret when you go to look at how much more is needed." Yeah, I was really not ready for how many characters were in the game. And you could tell if you watch that video, which I don't know if I would recommend it. The sound quality isn't the best, and the editing was very limited. I was very lazy with the editing. But then there are some people like Asmus here who decided to create their list. Oh, my light fell over. Ignore that. Yeah, and which is really cool. Which, by the way, if you saw my recent waifu tier list of 2023, I do provide the link to the tier list I made and the template I made for the video, so might want to check that out. This is a video that I was surprised didn't get many views, but hey, Joe Reality, thank you for commenting. This was a video where I did to just sort of talk about what Azur characters I would love to see get a figure treatment. I think at this point, only one of them that I wished for got announced to have a figure to be released soon, which is very exciting. My starter guide of 2022, which I think is my most viewed video at the moment. Kashino turned a lot of heads. A lot of people were asking about her. She sort of became the mascot of my channel. But yeah, that skin that I showed her off in that video is very, very fantastic. You catch my meaning. But one thing I thought was kind of interesting, it might be I don't know whether if it's because the quality of the starter guides are, I mean, they are different, but I don't know which one is better. But generally the vibe with this starter guide is very positive, even though it has more views than the current starter guide that I made, the more updated starter guide. But like with my most recent starter guide, there's a lot of people with bad attitudes. I'll probably show one comment as an example so you can catch my meaning, but I thought that was really interesting. Oh yeah, some people occasionally ask if I have a Discord. I do not, and I don't know if I ever will. Just the idea of managing a Discord and having to like filter out horrible content, horrible people from the good ones sounds like a big headache. So I don't know if I will ever have my own Discord. I'm pretty sure there are like ways you could like get moderators to help you with that, but at this point I don't want to bother anybody else with the burden of doing that for me. So yeah, so far no Discord for the foreseeable future. Sorry about that. Hasta Thunder, one of the viewers on the channel who has commented a few times. Yeah, this sauce fan art doesn't say sauce, tisk tisk. I know I committed a cardinal sin in this video, which I do regret. Oh yeah, my love letter series. This is so much work that goes into those, and I wasn't really feeling motivated to grind out more love letter series. I did have a lot of fun researching and talking about my favorite characters in the game. Of course, I had to start out with my number one favorite, no sure. El Mora also said amen. Really appreciating Shura here. Yeah, this might come back later this year. We'll see. Very kind comment from Cheddar Badger. Beautiful and very underrated content. Keep up what you're doing. Started playing AL 3 months ago. First I saw it was heard. Yeah, I really appreciate comments like that. It's very nice. Another reoccurring commenter. I'm sorry I don't know how to pronounce your name. I guess I'll call you Mai, just the last part. Thank you. Just return to the game and create a new account. Yeah, and this Fu, and also I don't know if people know this, but like I say Fu, it's like another way of saying friend to me. Like me and my friends call each other Fu all the time. It's not fool, it's Fu. You know, FOO. Different. Yeah. Really appreciate your comments and support. Here, I'm sorry, I don't know how to say your name. Yeah, really enjoying the video. Noshiro, and then they recommended some other ships to cover in the Love Letter series. It's really encouraging when people enjoy the content and they would like to see other beautiful ship girls highlighted in the series. Very nice. I always love to say what's up to everybody on the holidays. I do love the Christmas season. So yeah, just like a little video just to say hello, happy holidays. One thing I thought was kind of interesting is that I get some really specific questions, like what stage get free gems commission, which I feel like is such a non-beginner question. The free gems commission farm is such a discussed topic that I think you would find out about that due to somebody else's video, like Kimochi's provided a video about that. I'm like, why would you ask me when you got other people covering the same thing? I don't know. So interesting. I was really surprised how popular this January news event thing, update thing I made went. Still is also one of the top 10 viewed videos on my channel. I just made it on a whim and I didn't really plan much for it, but really appreciate the support on that one. Except one thing about it was, yeah, the audio was not good, which I hope the audio for this video is okay, because I'm doing the same thing I did in this video, which was I put in the audio input source in OBS. For some reason, it makes my audio sound like it's coming out of a cheese grater. Usually I just record off Audacity instead and sync up the audio later on editing. But yeah, I definitely took note of that. So that's why more so these days I do the Audacity. Do the Audacity recording and then sync it up in editing. Except also at this time, I was only using a Yeti microphone. Now I have a condenser microphone and it's going through this, what's the word? Put the name of it on the screen, Rudy. Yeah, I have one of those, and generally I find the audio to be okay now when I record through OBS. This was also a video I was super surprised and still am of how well it does. This was also something I just made on a whim. I was really trying to think of video ideas, and I was like, you know what if I just make a video talking about like it's not too late to pick up the game. And it did pretty dang well. I made a very similar video recently, but the energy in the comment section is very different than this one. The newer video that's similar to this, very different energy in the comment section. We'll see in a bit. Generally, everybody here is like super like, hell yeah, this video is sick. Love it when people just talk about the love for the game. I was like, yeah, that's the point. Yeah, we'll see. You'll see what I mean. I love this comment. With a guide for every newcomer. This fool knows what's up. With this comment, sadly, gameplay is boring and requirement to auto run an event stage is too much. I want to make a video sort of addressing what is the appeal of the game. Azulane. I play a lot of like kind of games that require a lot of attention, Souls games, and I don't want to think sometimes. And Azulane is perfect for that. So that's sort of the thesis of that video that I plan to make. But if you have this stance on the game, you know, I can't really argue against it. Like the gameplay isn't the most engaging thing. It really is just like having the bigger number until you get to the late game for sure. One thing I also really love to see in the comments is also people sharing their tips. And also like sometimes people would ask questions and I don't always check the comments every single day. So some people will answer those questions before I get to see them. And I think that's great. Like I love seeing a community of people who are willing to help each other out when they can. It's great. Popomas here says currently about 1 hour in and still enjoying. Haha, great video. For my tier list, which I'm super surprised. Like 99% of people just skip towards the end, which I understand. I don't blame people for doing that. But super appreciate people who take the time to watch this entire thing. It's insane. Super supportive there. Nuremberg, this love letter was really fun to make. Just with the history of the ship itself and the city it's named after. Very interesting. Fate Simulator. There's also a reoccurring commenter here. Can I ask what server you are on? I'm on Amagi, for those wondering. I do play on Amagi server. Also commented on the how to level up past 100. I had some questions in previous videos where some people just didn't know how to do that. Because I ain't trying to read. I definitely do understand how like people can miss that information. So I just made some guy to help them out. Oh yeah, my birthday video. I just went really unscripted video. I just went over like what are my favorite ships in the game. There was a lot of them. And I do really appreciate people wishing me happy birthday, watching the video. And yeah, just super appreciate the support. People are so nice. This is really fun because like lately I have been getting some comments that give me headaches. But it's very nice that my viewers are generally very sweet people. This fool knows what's up. I love Takao's personality as well. Yeah, very huge and very attention grabbing. Nice here. I think this was the last comment he ever put on my channel because I haven't seen him in a while. So if you're there, if you're watching this, say what's up. I miss you. Opames is back here again saying thank you. New player and videos really help me keep up with the game. Really glad I can help people. I don't claim to be an expert, but I do try to like update people on what information that comes my way because not everybody has the time to keep up with Twitter or other YouTubers who talk about stuff. So some people, maybe my videos, my channel is like the only one they've come across. Sometimes it just works out that way. So I try to be informative. And also I am very much open to corrections, which some people have a really good way of coming across, getting across corrections. So I super appreciate. I'll point those out in the future because there's definitely more to come. Junior Emmer 2 says it's never too late. And this foo is right. It is definitely never too late to get into Azulane. Man, I guess most of my content here is Azulane, which I am trying to change in the future. Like I definitely do want to diversify my content. It is very nice though that there are a lot of Azulane fans. Made a spending guide for the game. Somebody recommends Cruise Pass, best for frugal players. Nice amount of gems, extra stuff. I'm not too sure if I would agree with that, but there are certain benefits to getting the cruise pass that other packages that cost actual money do not provide. So, I can't say he's entirely wrong. He or she is entirely wrong. He, she, or they, or them, zen, whatever is entirely wrong. Sorry, I don't want to assume your gender. This is probably my favorite comment I've ever gotten. You make great videos, fantastic diction. For those who don't know, I study English and literature. So to get a compliment on my diction means the world to me. I definitely do put more effort in some videos to speak more clearly and succinctly. So yeah, I definitely do appreciate it when people point that out. Oh, here's a correction. Just to make some corrections, the character shown at 3:59 is called Princess and her voice actress is Maya Uchida. The character at 4:10 is called The Second and her voice actress is Karin Takahashi. So I was kind of confused, but really appreciate the correction here and the clarity for that. And I remember for some time I was kind of upset that I was doing just Azulane content, wasn't really happy with it. So I just made this low-key video, YouTube is hard. Really appreciate the comments I got on here. This amateur very thing. Make the content you want, not the content you feel like you need to. Azulane content is great, but this diversifying your content leaves room for growth. Definitely. I feel you, but keep going. I know what it's like to have your worth tied to the algorithm. Have confidence in what you do. You'll be okay. And I really appreciate that. I definitely have learned to feel good just for doing what I like. Not so much the reception it gets. So that is something I sort of carry with me in my YouTube journey. Oh yeah, the full scale event. Got Clemencow. And you know what? I think I did a very big disservice. I sort of put her in goddess tier in my waifu tier list. She is beautiful. Yeah, people commenting their experiences with the event. Love to see that. Wow, I didn't realize I had such good luck with this event. Man, last year was really lucky for me when it comes to polls for the game. So I made a very unscripted, very off-the-cuff advice for beginners of fighting games video, which I then later privated and then made this more scripted, more edited video to how to actually get good at fighting games, which the reception was pretty positive. Again, I don't consider myself to be a super big expert in fighting games, but I definitely am somebody who has improved, and I'm just sort of sharing what has helped me improve. So hopefully that is some advice other beginners can take in improving their game. Some spooky recommendations. I enjoyed doing this one because I got to talk about spooky stuff, and I like spooky stuff like horror games and movies and scary sounding music. It's very fun. My first album related content is the albums of 2023. 10 albums of 2023 by one of my buddies here has commented. Great list, really appreciate that. But hoping to get a bit more eyes on my music content. I am learning how to talk about music on my own because I love music. I love to share music, and yeah, just hoping to continue adding on to that sort of content in the future. Dead Space experience, I really enjoyed making this highlight video, so much so that I'm like, I think I'm just gonna start doing gaming videos like this. So I definitely have Monster Hunter, Tekken, and Sleeping Dogs content coming up, so look forward to that. What the hell? I didn't notice this comment. Okay, this is an example of a bad comment. Trash guide anyway. For beginner guide, there are many misleading things, but it is expected from someone as intelligent as you. But this one is just so unabashedly shitty that it's kind of funny. And it's funny because literally the other person who commented, I watched these to see what advice you give to new players, and I agree with mostly everything you said. Also did learn one other thing. By the way, keep up good job, my brother, and let the start of your new year be a good one. And I generally have, but that's an example. I don't know what's up with this year. People have a shitty attitude with my videos. Some people just have fun here though. Instructions unclear. Marry the ship girl. Beat the game. Yeah, he really pretty much did. Nice guide by RDQ Tactical Class Expansion. Yeah, there's one thing some people disagree with in that beginner guide was the tactical class expansion may not be such a big priority. Maybe I should have prefaced with if you feel like not doing that, don't do it. But yeah, that's a fine point. But I don't know. As a longtime player, I definitely do have all 4 tactical class queues queued up. And I still have plenty of ship girls to enhance their skills. So I don't know. Maybe some people could get away with only 2 slots. Maybe some can't. But yeah, that's something to consider for new players. Is maybe not using all the unlocking all the tactical class slots. Yeah, level 146 here. A few things were left a bit vague, but I enjoyed it very much. Obviously, I understand that an exhaustive guide would be very long and cannot be achieved under 20 minutes. Keep it up. Yeah, man. That's the thing about gacha games, is that there's a lot of tiny little details that is really difficult to like provide enough information to make a valuable guide, but also not too much information to where it would like overwhelm a newcomer and make them like check out. Because that's kind of how I am when I try to get into any other gacha game, is that there's so many little details that I'm like, can we streamline this, please? Like Viper here would like to provide some advice for mistakes they made and things they learned, which again is one of those things that I really appreciate. Like talking about your own experience, some things you've learned is very valuable to people. Started playing in late December. Your video is very good. Thank you for thinking that and expressing that. I really appreciate that. Here is probably my favorite correction comment I've gotten. Person put the time step to where I made the error. I don't think pulling for Ulrich will contribute to pity for Shinano, New Jersey. Only the non-HR UR event banners. Copying the info from one of Azalane's tweets. Sure enough, this fool really just copy and paste the quote, which says, after January 18th update, Commander will accumulate 1 point when building ships in light construction pool and 2 points in heavy and special construction pools. When Commander builds ships in event construction pools that don't have any ultra rare ship, you will accumulate points depending on the wisdom cubes consumed. I really appreciate the just straightforwardness of it, like not adding like you idiot or anything like that. Like it's your attitude it bounces for everything. You want the job, don't have a shitty attitude in the interview. You want a promotion, don't have a shitty attitude when you do your job. You know, it's like, yeah, just have a good attitude. And yeah, I just said thank you for mentioning that here, and I'm pretty sure I have pinned it to the top so people can see that, because it is a very important detail. And I will say that while yes, the 1 week of pulling you'll be doing on the V1 banner that is going on right now will not add to the UR pity. The polls you'll do afterwards will. Thank you for this goated video. I just started a week ago and already got Guam, Oregon, Enterprise, and Formidable. And this food has a great start. And I just want to highlight Oki's amazing Chu profile icon. I like this one. To hell with the URs. We run Kashino. I agree. Let's have a Kashino only event. Although I believe she's added to the permanent pool, but having a rate up event for her wouldn't hurt at all. Oh, and then I made this just dumb shit post kind of video, Japanese dubbed, Kate Blanchett. Somebody asked what's in the bottle. I could not say, but this was just spouted out. And the most recent comment comes from John. Thank you for this video. I love this game too. Possible, can we get one for Operation Siren? Yeah, I can try. But yeah, that is the comments I have gotten. Well, the highlights of the comments anyways. I have gotten since the beginning of this channel. Really appreciate all the interactions. I appreciate 90% of the interactions. Heck, it's probably not even that. It's probably like 95%. There's not a lot of people with bad attitudes, but just for some reason, they've all come out of the woodwork these past couple weeks. But overall, though, a lot of you are very kind, and I appreciate you expressing your good attitudes in the comments. And when you have construction criticism, I really appreciate it when you do so respectfully. I also really appreciate seeing all of you help each other out in the comments. Coming back to my face. Returning to my face. feel like there was something I forgot to say. Wow, this video's an hour long. Okay, I'm definitely editing this down. Okay, so yeah, that sort of, I think is a good way to sort of close the book-ish. Not close the book, but I would say turn the chapter page on this era of the channel. Things are going to change a little bit. A lot more varied content will be coming out. Love to see you guys take the chance at watching those and give me your thoughts on those videos. Azurlane is something that I don't think will go away on the channel just because I really enjoy making content for it. Again, I'm making videos just because I like to. Really appreciate the support. Again, those membership tiers, if you really feel so inclined to support me even further, really appreciate it wholeheartedly. Hope to see you in the next video. Take care.